absolutely going to be in a Wind Ranger game. So let's go ahead and throw over to our boy Odie Pixel and the Wizard Lizard himself. Shout out to my boy Lizard.
Oops.
Thank you, Snacks. Yes, game 2 of FLYTOMOON versus Secret. Lizard, what do we reckon this time round? We saw last game, FLYTOMOON were able to come off with a pretty confident looking start against Secret. Look at these drafts. Have they got the potential to do the same here? Is this another game where FLYTOMOON could give Secret at least a good run for their money in the laning stage?
Most certainly they have chances on FLYTOMOON. Definitely.
Okay.
100%.
What'd you like about their lineup this
I'm just waiting to see how their lanes are gonna go again, if they're going to come out on top or not, because for me it looks like Secret, they're practicing a little bit, and there we go. Nisha is playing Slardar.
Alrighty, the mid Slardar. Now, do you think this decision has been made in response to the mid duo?
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Slardar.
Holy moly! There is nothing that can stop this man!
The battle begins.
I mean, Boxy Slardar, of course, you know, one of his big ones that he loves to play on the off lane, but definitely a hero that they had that versatility of moving to the mid lane if the matchup was to be favorable.
I think that lane, at least for them, should be pretty solid, and then you're gonna have this super overleveled Slardar rotating across the map, constantly making pressure. I think they did that really well, because Slardar on this bottom lane would really suffer. Like playing versus Bane Drow, that's really not the lane where you want to be a Slard.
Let's see how this one goes down. Iceberg Doom versus the Nisha Slardar in the 1v1.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, as you say, it's a 1v1 that we've seen before, but usually in a side lane, not in a mid lane.
So far, Iceberg doing well, but you heard BSJ, if he can win with Doom 6 times in a row on the mid lane, anything can happen. Maybe Secret can lose to it.
We'll see. And the side lane setups, I mean, anyone going to be struggling in these side lanes? Last game we saw VTune have pretty good farm early on, despite what looked to be a nasty lane. Is this one going to be harder for him, or is it easier?
Yeah, I think this one should be a little bit harder. You have Nature's Prophet, obviously, with all his summons, and then you have the Wind Ranger as well. It's really difficult to trade hits with Yapzor because of this. Wind Run, even though he looks like he's out of position, he just pops that and he's fine. But come on, let's come back to top lane. It's General Clock. This is actually very interesting, and he's playing versus Sven too. It's his signature hero.
And we'll see how much you can mess with the two of them here in this lane. Last time round, we did see the Puppy Matu lane get pressured pretty heavily by Roger and General. Multiple kills during that laning stage onto them. This time might be a little harder. Oh, bottom lane. Always want to fly just... It's in there, as Yapzor's able to get a fair few hits on him.
Yeah, you can see that they're really burning through his region. Yapzor is also stacking the big camp, which means that they want to pull the next one, deny the whole wave most likely.
Oh, we see top there, I think General a little off with the micro, did lose his courier. So nice bit of a cash boost there to Secret. And top lane Matu having no trouble here with the farm. And that stun out on Roger, making sure that Roger wasn't able to stop him from Matu from denying that range creep.
Yeah, the problem is when you're a Rubik and you start like that, you can't trade as much. You need to ferry out a lot of region, which is something that he has to do there. Wisp obviously starts with a lot, and if you're Rubik, you start with boots. You can trade only for the first couple of waves until you desperately need to ferry some more salves, some more tangos. What's bottom lane doing? 11-1 on Drow, Nature's Prophet 9-4. Pretty decent for both of them right now. No one really getting ahead.
Mid. I mean, I guess as Nisha, you can punch quite hard into the Doom, and I say, yeah, he's gonna go for this Nisha. No, Doesn't feel that he's got that last bit of punch with Iceberg having the Scorched Earth.
Yeah, but Nisha has a salve. Iceberg doesn't. He does have some more regen from Devour, but it got nerfed as well in the last patch, so he will struggle a little bit in the next wave.
I believe Nisha also with a mango ready to pop if he seizes an opportunity to drop another crush. See, bottom lane always want to fly, getting rather aggressive there onto Zai. It's going to take quite the punch back in return. Power shot will connect, but always want to fly. It's fine. Did also have that Fairy Fire to pop just in case.
And it looks like he will be... What?
I mean, I can only imagine he wanted to die there. There's no way you move like that unless you did want to die, so I guess he felt that it was...
Always wanna die. It's in the name.
I mean, I don't know what that was. I mean, I guess he just wanted the trip to base, but is that worth it, or do you take the time walking? I mean, as mid lane, this will get the kill for Nisha.
I'm quite certain there are better ways to die.
Yes, there's better ways to get back to base.
That's to feed yourself to the enemy heroes.
Yeah.
There's definitely better ways.
Interesting.
No mana. No HP, he just runs into Yap.
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting. Very peculiar, I'd like to put it.
Yeah, well, Secret, they're up 3k here before the 5-minute mark, so I think if there are any questions... Whoa, he's on a cliff! He's on a cliff, ladies and gentlemen, and he's off the cliff.
Because General wanted to go for the bounty.
Oh, he's away!
It's got... Did he? Oh, he actually lives.
He's away, puppy. Gets out of there. They couldn't quite get it. Roger's still hunting. He's got a Fate Bolt. Bam! Gets the kill. Roger. Now with the body blocks, keeping him in range of General, but with the war cry, he's got the move speed to break it away. It's also picked up the treads now, Matu, so got a pretty hefty punch to kick back on them. So they get puppy.
Yeah, it's not really easy to kill the Sven there. The thing is, in the laning stage itself, you can pressure him with Clock Rubik, but later on, what's so important is you can constantly control him with the clockwork. That's where this hero really shines versus Sven. And that's where I think General might have the most impact in the game.
Oh, bottom. No, he's been blocked in.
No.
Oh, the body blocks here from Zion is Treants. And Nisha is coming with this rotation. V-Tune's going to make the smart move to get straight out of there as Nisha was swimming through the trees looking for an opportunity to get on top of this drought.
So he did TP to the tier 2, so he's actually going back to the bottom lane to defend it a little bit.
And we'll see. Yep, so I'll head over to the mid. He's going to pick up some levels. They're going to drop down the Zoom on Nisha. Sprout onto Iceberg, but he's able to quickly break his way out of it. And with Always Want to Fly and V-Tune, they'll have the damage to get this kill. Unless Psycho find the deny, he's going to try, but he won't be able to do it. Iceberg comes in with a hard-hitting crit to get that kill, as they'll be able to punish Nisha for trying to make that play down here. So.
Yeah, really good play by Iceberg, also really good play by V-Tune, that he TPs to the tier 2, then runs to the tier 1. That's unexpected. You usually expect him to have ported somewhere and he continues farming, let's say top or in the jungle. So they catch Nisha off guard like that. Also surprising that Doom lost the mid lane even though he found a wolf early on. It's like that and Ogre Magi. Is it called Ogre Magi? The blue ogre. What's the name?
Is it just like Frost Magi?
Frost
Ogres.
Ogre Magi is the hero. You can't eat the hero.
Dire are scanning.
But in any case, the ice armor one, like it's that or the wolf. If you find it, you should win any lane. But Slardar is just so difficult to deal with.
What we've seen from Matu this game go over the Midas build up.
Radiant's bottom
that's pretty solid, and you get the ring together with the Wisp.
It's going to make good timing on that Midas as well with the free fun that they're having. They're taking early towers as well. Their Secret bottom lane. Nisha and Zai. Tier 1 away from FLYTOMOON here at the 7-minute mark.
Also, you have to notice how the Slardar is playing. If you play it mid, you have to really think about the items that he's buying. He bought Windlace, he also bought an Orb of Venom. These small items allow you to actually play the map. These small items give you kill potential.
Oh, and in fact, Nisha says, well, we're not interested in Always Want to Fly. We're going to go straight towards V-Tune. Yapzor comes in, able to take the Nightmare off Nisha, but it's a little too close to the tower now. The TP will be cancelled, but it was enough to stop Secret from pushing in any further onto the drow.
Yapzor also missed that shackle shot. he can go.
Oh, and there's that setup. We're going to see this a few times this game, I feel. Vitu is going to try and run himself away, but again, the little bit of control that is there, as well as Yasuo getting the courier. Iceberg's going to come in, as well as Roger. They're going to see if they can bring some members down to Secret in return. Lash out onto Iceberg. Puppey bringing in FLYTOMOON. They've got the number now, Secret, as they go in with the stun onto Iceberg. Nisha takes out Always Wanna Fly. It's 3 dead. Roger's got to hide in the trees.
The lanes of Secret went so well that both of their supports are already level 6. Like 8 minutes in, Puppey had level 6, Yabzor had level 6. Of course you're gonna make plays when Roger was level 4 at the time. He just got 5.
This is some fast plays coming out for Secret. And this Nature's Prophet IO lineup, the backup is always going to be there globally.
Yeah, that's something that Secret loves to do quite a lot as well, right? They, like in that last game, they had Wisp, but they also had Underlord. This game you have Wisp, but you also have Nature's Prophet. Global presence makes a team that's really solid strategically even stronger.
Our mid lane Secret just keeping the pressure on these early towers.
They're already taking the tier 1 on the bottom lane. Perhaps will not pressure the tier 1 mid that hard, because minute 10 is about to come. This Bane or this Rubik will get their level 6. Clock can rotate and you don't have relocate, right? So you can chill, you can go take those bounties instead.
Yeah, General will be able to make sure they grab these two. So no move from Secret to try and swing up here. There's a haste rune towards the top of the river. That'll be rather useful here for General as he comes across. Also with that hook shot ready to use. So if he wants to try and go for something in the jungle, he's going to go in. There's quite a few members of Secret here, though.
Who do you go for?
Just a bit of a scout from General. He's in and he's out.
You can't really kill the Nature's Prophet there. Nisha is too tanky. And yeah, they said during the draft panel that Clockwork is good versus Nature's Prophet. It goes both ways, because you can use that Sprout to actually get yourself out of cogs, and those little pesky treants just eat up the battery assault.
And these cores to Nisha and FLYTOMOON on the Sven and the Slardar, very, very tanky heroes, high HP. It's going to limit what General can do.
It's really not a game in which this Clockwork has a lot of kill potential, but the controlling potential versus the Sven is there. And that's his major job. That's his main job.
Oh, they're going to try and go in with the smoke. It's just the two of them making this play. General and Always Wanna Fly.
Is there damage in between the two of them?
I don't know. I think they're this maybe doubting it themselves. Are they going to attempt this? They're going to try. The grip. The battery assault for Puppey, he's got to relocate, and that's...
what?
I mean, they clearly saw the two of them there. That's never going to work against an IO, unless you're going on the IO itself. And now Always Wanna Fly will die for that attempt. And I mean, if that's the kind of moves they're going to make, I don't know how much of a chance they're going to stand in this game.
Wait, what? Why would you play like that? You had a hookshot, like you could interrupt the channeling of Relocate if you wanted to. But if you don't really want to, you don't grip the Sven then. You don't waste your big ultimate from Bane and Bane's life himself.
Nah, maybe some miscommunication, you know, one of them saying go, one of them doesn't really want to, and then suddenly, someone's made the move, you come in with the backup, and it falls flat on your face. Mid lane, tower's gone down. Secret now, 5k lead here at the 12-minute mark, and 2 tier 1s taken away whilst managing to maintain all of their towers right now, Secret.
And remember, this game isn't a free Drow Ranger game. I know Drow is extremely strong right now, but this Sven eventually, once he gets that Aghanims, let's say Midas Echo Aghanims, he gets on top of you so easily, you're just gone, like you just said. And he's farming away. He's on top of the network charts. He's above Doom, mid lane Doom by 2k. That means his game is extremely good.
Getting some stacks here, Secret. Maximizing that farm on Matu. And these stacks will pretty much give him the full S and Y. This is incredibly beefy Sven, ready to come running into the fight. So always want to fly, just trying to find some levels up top here. Fiend's grip back up in a few seconds. Secret with the smoke, seeing if anyone pokes their head out onto towards this creep wave. V-Tune would be a nice grab, but he's got Roger by his side.
They are still smoked, so they could go.
They're gonna run straight towards me, Yapso. Going for the little shackle. V-Tune tries to push him back, but there's the relocate coming in. Puppey brings in Matu. The turn over towards Roger again. Zai with the body blocks, keeping Roger in range of Nisha as Roger will fall. Matu's able to kill off Always Wanna Fly. This game 2 is getting a little bloody. 12-2, 6K lead.
Yeah.
You might have had a shot in the early game of game 1, but this game seems very hard now for FLYTOMOON to get any portion of this game looking good for them. They're falling behind rapidly.
The first game, that's how it looks like when you are winning laning stage versus Secret. This is how it looks like when you don't even do that, when you don't even have a good laning stage. They just outmaneuver you so hard. Like that top lane play, that's all because of that preemptive smoke plus the ward on the cliff. Gives away info where Roger is, where V-Tune is, then you can reload all you want because you know where they are. Vessel on Doom. I have seen this, like from many Doom players that go mid.
Sure, because I guess someone you do kind of need someone to get it against the IO. But in general, he's going for a Midas on the clock.
All right, General is already one step ahead. He's looking into the future.
He's looking at the next series.
Yeah. He's accumulating gold for the next series.
Done. I'm just buying a Midas, AFK. He's turned the comms off. I Midas, I AFK.
He's done. Meanwhile, Nisha, he's building an Aghanim. It's not even a Blink Dagger. He's just becoming tankier and tankier by the minute.
Structures are fortified.
Getting incredibly beefy. Yeah, that once he has that axe, as long as he's able to get the puzzle down, this is no longer a Doom target, really. You're ever going to feel good for going for, as he's going to just sit there in his puddle
and heal up. He won't even tick down. Yeah, but this Midas on Clockwork, we usually praise General quite a lot because he has had some exceptional Clockwork games, but buying that Midas 16 minutes in, when you're losing this heavily, I guess he's thinking, okay, we'll just defend high ground. And
I mean, I think there's a lot of games, right, where that really is a factor, right, for teams. If you're that far behind and you feel like, well, there's no way we're going to come back into it on our own plays. We've got to play for the other team making a mistake, and then if that's what we're playing for, you get items like Midas, because then if that does come around, a Secret do make a mistake at the 30-minute mark when they're pushing high ground, that Midas is going to pay off.
Yeah, you have two options when you're losing like this. You either go all out, all guns blazing like OG do. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but they put up a show. Or you go like this, you go for a Midas and
just hope.
Just hope.
Just hope. There we go, yeah. That's the Aghanim's complete now for Nisha. Let's see where they'll head off next, Iceberg. All working towards that BKB. Of course, even when he does have it, I mean, what's the BKB gonna do?
What? Nothing.
What's it gonna do?
You can still stun him. You can still hit him with the corrosive haze. He's not gonna dispel it with it, so...
BK, yeah. Okay. Well, is that General has got the full Midas. Right, he's just got the hook shot. You gotta go for the big play.
He's going.
You gotta go for them. Can he do it, General? Is he gonna get in? Puppey just leaves no option. He blocks it. General can't find an angle to get in. Roshan, the Aegis is theirs. Doom will get dropped down, and General actually coming in with a big hook shot on the back. They're able to take down Nisha.
Damn.
And they'll actually, can they find Matu? The ones that need to keep hitting him, they will. They'll take out the Aegis. FLYTOMOON here with a surprise hit around the pit. They're going to try for Matu a second time. Vessel upon him. Buyback from Zai. Matu looking to turn. He tries to run back in. The shackle from Yabso comes out, connects V-Tune and Iceberg together. V-Tune, he will fall. Matu, he's getting low. General's trying to finish him off, but they'll turn, kill off the clock. They couldn't quite take him down a second time. And now with the chase from Yapzor, a Shackle grabs another. They surround Roger.
It looked pretty solid for FLYTOMOON, I have to say. Like,
they got a couple of kills after that Roche was done by Secret.
all things considered, I thought that they will not be able to break down this Wisp with Mac at all. Like, you have Mac, you have Sticks, you're gonna heal everyone up. But they actually managed to take down the Aegis, so that's pretty solid considering that they're 10k behind 18 minutes in.
Yeah, that's definitely it's something. It's something in what so far has been a whole lot of nothing here for FLYTOMOON. It's been a rough one in this game too. Now Secret back on sort of the Secret form that I think a lot of people would have expected from them in this series here, this game too.
Yeah.
Looking to continue as planned so far here from Secret.
The first game they played was one of those rare moments in which on the laning stage at least they didn't look as crisp. But I really think they're practicing something new. This Wisp isn't something that we see way too often from Secret.
We'll see Matsu here as well. That's a pretty quick Satanic, isn't it? 19 minutes Satanic here on the Sven.
Yeah, it's
probably one of
the quickest
fastest,
ones. Yeah.
And 19 minutes Satanic here from Matu. He's a beefy boy.
On Sven, definitely. Maybe there's a couple of games with Huskar, you know, when he gets it fast.
Someone's making the stat up for that right now. As Iceberg, he tries to go in. The BKB really helped him there. It didn't. That was sarcasm.
It definitely did not.
And his Midas, he's not used it. Come on, General. Go and use the Midas.
Follow the clockwork.
Use your Midas.
Where's the Midas? He's
Come
using
on.
it.
I did. Oh,
he bought it for the next game.
They called GG before he even got to use it. And that's the sad end for the story here. As, well, some people will be happy with the score. But FLYTOMOON won. 420 at pre-20 minute mark. I mean, at least FLYTOMOON have sort of game one, the start of it, to look back on and say, hey, you know what, we did all right.